Good morning, YouTube. It's an early Friday morning and I'm glad it's the weekend. It means I can have 2 bottles of wine tonight instead of just the one. We're actually in the Land Rover. It's still absolutely disgusting in here. This bit down here is just outrageous. But today, we're going to be doing something on the Gloria. So, obviously, last video you seen was picking up the Gloria. So today is the first time what I found. We're doing quite a few things, important things. So when I took it for a drive, it was like super slow, and I've seen there's a boost leak, and we're gonna fix all that. So we're gonna install a boost gauge, and we're gonna try and fix the boost, and see if we can do something naughty to up the boost as well. But yeah, we need to go to Halfords to get some things. I've not really got much down here. I haven't got a multimeter. I haven't got like extra wiring, and I need some things like that. So fucking hell, it's 5 to 9, and they're open. It's unlike Halfords to waste a minute. When I used to work at Halfords, we used to be fucking standing there. We waited till the last second. We'll let these bastards in. You wait till 9:01, you bastards! So they opened at 8, so that's why I was allowed in. Can I, lads, look at me here, little bitch boy. I'm a fucking professional YouTuber, me. I'm not a fucking office slut. Right, guys, here is the Gloria. There's a few things wrong with it. When I took it to the MOT station the other day, I could really tell that it's super slow. It's like there's no boost whatsoever, and I could hear a boost leak coming from somewhere. It was going so I looked in the bonnet, and one of the Jubilee clips just aren't missing on an intercooler pipe, so that's probably the whole issue. But I want to actually go a little bit deeper with this and find out what boost it runs, what it should be running, what it's not running, etc. So I have got a boost gauge. So we've got a boost gauge here. We're actually going to fit this first of all, and that's just going to give us an idea. We're going to do like a little bit of an experiment. We're going to give us an idea of what we're running now. I would say we are running next to nothing now. Now I've been on the forums, and they're saying that the standard turbo one, they should run around about 8 psi, 7, 8 psi. So it's probably around about half a bar, maybe a little bit, just a little bit more. So that's what we should be running. So we're going to put this in, see what we're running. Going to get that. We're going to fix the boost leak, which I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and then we're going to do another run, see what we're running. Now we're also going to try and find another way if we can sneakily increase the boost. I also have a sneaky feeling that the solenoid might not be working as well as it should. But I've been to Halfords, I've bought a multimeter because I needed a new one because my other one was broke. This is the only TPS I could find for the boost gauge, so that should work. And I've just got some cable to obviously run this into a fuse. Now, obviously it's being Japanese, I'm hoping that the fuse box isn't all in Japanese, and I'm hoping it's a diagram, but that's why we got this. Now the hardest thing about putting in a boost gauge is probably the same hardest thing about running through a sub. The hardest thing is just trying to get a wire through the firewall. It is literally the most frustrating thing. And that's why I prefer electrical boost gauges, because you only have to put one wire through there instead of the actual vacuum line itself. But if you look down here for the firewall, it actually looks like it's been cut. So it looks like someone's actually put through something there previously, which is good for us, but it's not exactly good for keeping water out of the car, which is probably why it's got humidifiers in. That's probably one of the reasons. Obviously that's not going to cause it all, but no. Anyway, this is our huge boost leak. There it is. These are all the vacuum lines of a solenoid, and one of these should have a pill in and etc. And the turbo is all the way down the background there, so it's going to be a little bit hard to work on this, but nonetheless, let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're inside the car and we found the fuel box. Fuel box, that's the one. So it's actually down here. So I've actually found a diagram on online, which is cool. So it's from a Infinity, which is the same chassis in America. So hopefully the fuse boxes are the same ones. Fuse box, fuck, I want to keep saying. Turn that. Find something which is ignition live. So an ignition live is it's got power when your ignition is on. So that's what we want the boost gauge to be doing. And we're literally just gonna put it into a fuse. The real way to do this would be getting a piggyback and put the new fuse in, but I don't know what fuse I'm gonna be taking out. So for the time being, I'm just gonna wrap it around the fuse and bag it back in. I know it's a bit dodgy, but as long as you pull something out which isn't that important, so a cigarette lighter or something, what you're gonna do is just gonna blow that line. So I wouldn't be putting it into anything like serious, like an ignition or fuel pump or anything like that. Just something crap you don't need, like a blower motor. That'd work perfect here. So we're gonna do that, then ground it, and then we should have power, and all we need to do is just feed the line through that firewall, and we got boost. We found one which is a fog lamp, so we want to put that in there, and we're getting power from that one. So next one, okay, so we've got one here which we're not getting power through. It's a 15 amp. Okay, so that 15, so we're gonna put the key in now, put the ignition on. Now we're getting power, so what I'm gonna do now is, we've got 12 volts, turn the key off, just double check it. And we're not getting power, so we're going to use that last 15. I'm pretty sure that was the rear, the one we want as well, with the rear socket. So I'm going to take that 15 amp out. Okay, so I have used 2 red wires for the ground and the positive, so it might be quite confusing, but one is just ground and one's just positive. So key off, key on, key off, key on. So there we go, that's power. Now we just need to run the vacuum through to one of those lines. That was actually really easy getting it through there. I just passed it through. So I was going to run it off the reset valve, but I'm not gonna. There's actually a vacuum line here going right into the intake manifold, so I'm going to take it right off that. It's probably the best place you're going to get for measuring boost. So I'm going to cut this one here, just cut this one here, and then just bang that in between. Boom, boom. I wish I could get like a 90-degree one, but I couldn't. So I'm just going to try and help it as airflow. So I'm going to put that one into there, that side out there, and then obviously run the boost gauge to there. So let's do that. Right, so we've got a T-piece there. So realistically now, that's our boost gauge working. So what we're going to do is, so yeah, let's go and see what boost it's running now with that assumed boost leak. Okay, so it's actually working. So obviously it's actually like negative boost pressure now when we rev it. Okay, so let's go and see what boost it's actually running. Just going to go up the road a little bit. See, literally no boost pressure. Like, I've got no boost pressure whatsoever. Right, so there's an auto shot around the corner, so I'm just going to run around there, get a big Jubilee clip for that, tie that down, and then go from there. I'm actually a little bit worried because, like, I'm literally like not got any boost pressure whatsoever, and like that leak isn't. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrific. I don't know if it would cause absolute zero pressure. But let's just hope, you know, let's just hope. Right, it's got a Jubilee clip to go on there. I'm hoping that it is. A part of me is a little bit worried that it isn't, because it shouldn't be losing that much boost pressure from something like that. I hope not anyway. But nonetheless, let's give it a go. Right, so we've still got no boost. Still got no boost. It's not the solenoid either, so then it just leads to either a huge boost leak or the turbo. That's literally can only be it. So now we're going to start having a strong look for a boost leak. It's very annoying because the easy way to look for a boost leak is obviously just to get a boost leak tester. Right, what I'm literally doing is I'm just starting to take off all the intake pipes of the turbo, just see if I can physically see anything. The only thing that might be happening is obviously it's been sat for a very long time. It's not been drove at all, so it could be very likely that the actuator's just stuck and it's just not closing the wastegate. But it's such an awkward position. Like, I can't even have to take all these pipes off, and I still can only just see the line there. So the line down there actually goes to the actuator. I can barely even see the actuator itself. I can't even see the actual actuator arm. Everything's just so hidden. It's probably best just to do everything from underneath, but obviously I can't do that. So I'm absolutely stumped, guys. I really am stumped why it's making absolutely no boost. I mean, this car's got 70,000 miles and I really can't see it being the turbo that's booked. I can just see it being the actuator stuck open. Like, I genuinely can. I don't think the actuator's moving. I don't think it's closing the wastegate and allowing boost to hold up. I genuinely do. It's just so annoying that the turbo's so out the way. Okay, so I've just rang Tom from Crest Motorsport. Tom, you absolute legend. He was saying, may as well just smoke test it. He was saying, just put everything back on and just smoke test it. He says that once they've been sitting for a long time, you see it, he says there's a lot of rubber seals which just turns plastic and crack. He says it could be coming from literally anywhere. I'm going to put all the pipes back on. So I put my Instagram, has anyone got a smoke tester or a boost leak tester? And my man Jake's come in again. When I said anyone got a PS4, he was like, I've got one, you can fucking have it. What a geezer. He's bought a compressor and we've got the boost leak tester, so it's the ones that you actually like pump in. So it's not an actual smoke tester, but these are the ones that I've always used. I've never used a smoke tester, so I'm kind of glad it's not a smoke tester. I don't have a fucking clue what to do. So we're going to pump these in. We're actually going to pump it, put it before the turbo, bang some air through it. Probably going to bang about 15 PSI, because these run about 8. And then hopefully we hear a big leak. If we don't hear a big leak, I have no fucking idea. So, no idea. So yeah, fuck it, let's just go. I mean, I've had these pipes off, so it's going to be any pipes, it's going to be something on the intercooler, but fuck it, let's see, let's link it up, shall we? Right, so we've bunged up here. We can't necessarily get a really good grip with that Jubilee kit we've got, but I've got as tight as I can, so let's just see. You ready? It might just pop right out, right? Oh, I can hear it. That's like 15. It's down here. It's like all coming out, isn't it? Coming out the cooler itself. Hear it though, can't you?
Yeah.
It's definitely down there. Oh boy, it's bad, isn't it? Oh fucking hell, it's pissing out. Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Intercooler's fucked.
Well.
Like literally, mate, it's like someone blowing. Oh wow, that's fucked. That's fine because it's a Skyline intercooler. Damn, baby. Okay, I'm happy about that. Mate, that's pissing out in 2 places. I had my hand here and it was hitting my finger and then like my palm. Like that's strange that for just the intercooler to blow in it.
It's like for a big front man.
Mate, I'm doing that anyway. Imagine like taking a tyre valve off and it was like out of my hand. Alright, I'm happy about that. Look at that, right tool for the job. I spent about 4 hours trying to find that this morning. If I just had that straight away, fucking hell, what a joke. Right, so I guess we're going to be doing the big front mount earlier than I thought. So thanks for watching everyone. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's one of those where it seems like 10 minutes, going to be about 45 fucking minutes. But we got to the end of it. I just wish I had that in the fucking start. Should have just messaged you earlier, Jake. But nonetheless, we found the issue. So big front mount it is. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoy this content. As you say, I actually didn't put pictures over the screen last time of what these look like when they're modified. They look sick, so I'll do that now. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's the ugliest car in the world. It is actually the ugliest car in the world right now. And it probably is, it always will be. But it's cool, it's different, you never see them. I actually love it. We're actually looking for some wheels at the minute. It's already low on the front, we're going to slam it on the back. Huge wheels. Thanks for watching everyone, I love you all. And we'll see you in the next one.